Hello, welcome to Facebook Live. I am Ruth Norton with Ruth Stampin' Corner, and I'm so excited you guys are here with me today. Look at this cute little box we're going to make. Look at the sides. Isn't that cool? It's got like an angle lid there, and inside there's a little pumpkin cake. I'm going to show you those in just a minute. Anyway, I love the DSP. I love the way the lid closes on it. I'm going to show you guys how to make this. And I've made a box pretty similar to this last year, I think. If I can find that video, I'll try to post that video, but it's made almost the same way, but I think I've modified it just a little bit to make it a little bit easier. So anyway, we're gonna make this box today. All right, paper pumpkin. You guys know I love to talk about paper pumpkin. I love paper pumpkin. This is the September's kit. This is what I made last night. If you missed that video, it's on my YouTube channel or it's in my VIP group. You can join my VIP group and check it out. But these were the little boxes that we made yesterday, and they're actually really good size. I was thinking about what you could put in them. They're actually going to hold quite a bit of stuff. They're pretty good size boxes. They are so cute. They're little these are little pumpkin boxes, but the red ones I think you can make like little apples. I've seen little modifications where they were turkeys. So I mean, you guys, the possibilities are endless. Now if you're a paper pumpkin subscriber, I am working on some alternative projects for this kit, and you will see those in your email very soon. All right, so paper pumpkin. So this kit is no longer available. If you are a subscriber, you can order refills of this kit if they are available, and they probably will post next week, I would assume. But the refills are for current paper pumpkin subscribers. So you need to subscribe if you want to purchase a refill kit. Now, if you want to subscribe, this is going to be October's kit. This is the next kit that's coming up. It's going to be 10 Christmas cards. There's going to be two designs, 5 each of each design. Now, the Christmas kits are always really good. There's going to be another Christmas kit coming in November. That's what this little indication, I think, is hinting to us. But the Christmas kits are always good. Don't miss the Christmas kits. Now, if you want more than 10 cards, obviously just bump up the subscription quantity of your kits. All right, celebration. We're down to the final week of celebration. We're in the home stretch, guys. So if you haven't earned those celebration products, this is your absolute last chance. I will only be live, I think, one more time. No, I'll be live a couple more times before the end of the month. But don't miss. This Sunday is actually our last celebration Sunday, and I'm not sure what we're gonna make. I think I may do like a variety of a few different products. So you can join me in my VIP group for Celebration Sunday. We're gonna make probably a gorgeous project. I'm sure it'll be great. But it's gonna be our very last Celebration Sunday. Now, last chance also to join my team. Get the starter kit. The kit is $99. You get to choose 125 in product, plus during celebration only, so only for about a week, you get to choose one of these bundles for free. That's 12 different bundles you can choose for free with your starter kit. So your kit is $99. It's going to ship for free, so already you're saving a bunch there on shipping. You're also going to get a free paper pumpkin kit in your kit. You're also going to get a free bundle, 125 product in your choice. So it's just a great deal. Even if you don't want to sell, it's a great deal. It's most of my team are just for the discount for themselves because they love the products, and they just want the discount, and that's fine. That's why we all join, I think. All right, so this is the box we're making today. Isn't it cute? All right, so there's a little pumpkin cake in there. So these are the little cakes I found. I think I got these at Target. I'm not sure. I've been picking up a bunch of fall and Halloween stuff, both at Target and Walmart. So I'm not sure. I'm sure these are pretty readily available everywhere. They're little pumpkin cakes. We're going to make a little box. It has the little angle side, which I just love. All right, so to make the box, you're going to need a piece of cardstock. This is going to be for the bottom of our box. And then you're going to need a piece of DSP. That's for the lid. Now, they are both cut the same size. They are both 6.5 by 6.5 inch squares. And we're going to score them exactly the same way. So it's going to be really easy. Now, this DSP is from the Beauty of the Earth DSP. This is in our annual catalog, but it is just gorgeous DSP. It is, the colors are just phenomenal. I love this for fall. I've been saving these for, although that one is super, that's winter thing. Oh, I want to do something with winter for that. The colors just like kind of scream fall to me. I love it. So first day of fall, we're going to make a fall treat. All right. Now, you guys, these little cupcakes that they come out with, if you don't want to make a fall treat, you guys, they make those cupcakes for every single occasion in the world. There will be Christmas ones coming out, no doubt. They sell them, just the plain ones, year round, so you can modify this for any occasion. I don't know if they have Valentine's ones. They should. Do they have St. Patrick ones too? I'm not sure. Anyway, they usually make these little cakes for all occasions, so. All right, simply scored. You're gonna need your scoreboard for this. Again, the measurements are 6.5 by 6.5, and we are scoring at 1 3/4 on all 4 sides. That's it. That's the only measurement you need to remember. Just 1 3/4. Rotate your cardstock, and that's it. Now we're gonna do the same exact thing to our DSP. It's the same size, 6.5 by 6.5, and we're gonna score it at 1 3/4 all the way around. Now when you're scoring DSP on your Simply Scored, make sure you don't press too hard because DSP is a little bit more fragile. You can go right through that DSP, so be very careful. Okay, we're gonna do folding and burnishing, of course. All 4 sides. I mean, this is such a simple box. Anyway, okay, so the sides are all the same. We started with a square. We scored them all the same, so at this point it does not matter where you choose to do what. Just choose a side and start trimming. So we're going to trim up on the corner square here. So on these little squares, we're going to trim up those, and I'm going to just notch in a little bit. Of course, you guys know we notch in on the squares. If you've watched me for any kind of box making, you guys know that's what we do. We cut up the score line, and then we notch in on the squares. What do I always say? Nobody's ever going to see the inside. Nobody's ever going to see those squares. They don't have to be perfect. All right, so whatever side you did those notching on, flip it over and do the same exact thing to the opposite side. That's kind of a general rule in box making. What you do to one side, you do to the other, and that creates, you know, an equal side. Okay. All right, one more side here, and we're going to just do a little bit more trimming on our box just to cut down on the bulk. This next part's kind of optional, but I think it's important. Okay, pull out your paper trimmer. Pull this out. Okay, we're gonna just trim the tabs just a little bit. When they go in here, they're gonna overlap if we leave them as long as they are. So we just want to trim them down just a little bit. So I'm gonna fold this piece out of the way. I'm gonna lift up my paper trimmer, and this 1-inch line right here, I'm just gonna line up my score line with that 1-inch line, and then we're just gonna cut these little pieces off. You can do this with your scissors. You can eyeball it with your scissors. That's fine too. Again, nobody's ever gonna see them, so if you just kind of trim them off with your scissors, that's fine too. But we're gonna be using our paper trimmer in just a minute, so it's, you know, it's easy to have out. It's readily available. All right, now one last thing that we want to do to our box. So our sides, these are gonna go in just like this. So this one of these is gonna be your front, back. They're at this point they're identical, so it doesn't matter which one. You can just pick one, and I'm going to use the Label Me Lovely punch, and this is going to fit kind of right in between those score lines. It's almost the perfect size right between the score lines. And so what I'm going to do is just line up my cardstock. There's like 2 little scallops on each side. I'm just going to line it up along the second little scallop there, and we're just going to punch that out. And this is going to be like the front of our box. It's just going to give a little bit of extra a little something. It's going to make it fancy. All right, so we're going to set this aside. We're going to adhere everything all together later, but this is basically what you want the bottom of your box to look like. You're going to have a little notch. You trimmed on all those tabs. All right, let's move that one aside. Let's bring in our DSP piece that we scored the same exact way. It's harder to see the score lines on this. I did contemplate changing my DSP pattern for this, because when I was making this one, I was like, oh, this is going to be a nightmare trimming these, but I just love this pattern. I think this is very fall. It's very autumn-like. All right, now this one we're trimming up a little bit differently. So again, it's all the same. At this point, it doesn't matter. Just choose a side to start on. All right, we are going to cut off corners on one side completely. So we're going to go through, find that score line, and we're going to trim off that corner completely. And we're going to do the same thing to the next corner. And these score lines. I love this paper. It's so pretty, but the score lines are a little challenging to see. All right, so we've cut off those corners on both of those. This is going to be the piece that's going to go in the back like that. So I hope that makes sense. Now we're going to flip it over. We're going to work on this side now, and we are going to trim off on the side. So I hope that makes it. I hope I'm not being too confusing here. And then we're going to notch in on those. So we cut the corners off of this side. We trimmed this one like that. Now we're going to do the same thing on this side. Trim this little corner. All right. And one more. Okay. Oh, you guys, I was cutting that off. Oh my goodness. All right, I think we're still going to have to make it work, but don't cut it off. Should I cut another piece? Should we try it again? Let's see. Is it gonna? Okay. We're gonna have to cut another piece. Hold on. Let's see. What do I cut it to? 60. I don't think I have another piece that big. Might have to go with a different pattern. Let me see. You guys are being so patient. All right. Let's try this pattern. I think that one. We'll try this one. Okay, don't trim your paper like I trimmed mine. It's okay, we get another quick lesson here. So pull your paper trimmer out. We are going to trim this 6.5 by 6.5. All right, now we got to get our Simply Score back. Actually, let's just score it on here. We have this out. So 1 3/4 on all 4 sides. So if you don't mess up like I do, you can do this properly the first time. Too much talking. Not enough focusing. All right. Let's see. Maybe the score lines will be easier to see. Okay, I'm going to move my trimmer out of the way because we are going to use that again in just a second. All right, I'm going to go through this quickly. Now this DSP, because of this pattern, I'm going to specifically designate this side to be the back side. So we get this pattern in the front of the box. So because this is the back side, we are going to cut out these little sides in the back. So if you do have a directional DSP, just know that the corners you cut out will be your back piece. Okay. Now we're going to do this correctly. So now you're going to come in on the side. You're going to notch in on the corners here. Okay. And then we're going to do the same thing over here. We're just going to notch in on the corner. We're not going to cut that side. We're going to cut up this side and notch in right here. Okay. Whew, we did that one correct. Okay, so that's what it looks like so far. We've taken out the corners and we've notched in these corners. Okay, so let's bring our trimmer back over. We are going to, I want to cut the little sides down again. So I'm going to line that up with the 1-inch side just to cut down on that bulk just a little bit. So let's see, that 1-inch side, again, you can eyeball it if you want. All right, now we are going to we have to cut a diagonal line here. So what we're going to do is we're going to start from those panels that you cut, from these little side ends that you cut. We are going to start from this side and go all the way to the corner up here. So line that up on your paper trimmer. I'm going to fold this in so I don't cut that. We're going to line up that score line with that point there. And then we're just going to cut that off. Okay. And we're going to do the same thing. Let's see. This way. So line up the score line and then pivot it, turn it to that point and trim it. Now, if you have like longer scissors, you can definitely do that in one punch, one cut. The paper cutter, it really helps give you some nice sharp lines. All right, now this is what you should end up with once it's all trimmed up, like a little rocket. All right, now we are just gonna make a little finger notch with that same, I'm gonna do it on this side so I can see those score lines, with that same punch, but this time we're only going down to that first scallop, just to make a little finger notch, just like that, okay? So that is your lid, this is your bottom, okay? I hope I haven't confused anybody too much. All right, let me grab some tear tape. And you want to use a strong adhesive for this. And you're going to put some adhesive on all 4 of the tabs on the bottom of your box. All right, and then on the top of your box, you're going to put some on the little tabs here on the side. And then you're going to put some on the back. And make sure you put it real close to that score line. This one you'll see that I have a little bit of gapping on here. I don't know if you guys can see that, but that's because I didn't put my adhesive up high enough. So put your adhesive up high enough, and then you don't have to worry about that. Okay, so let's get the bottom of our box put together first. So peel off all of those backings. Now you can use any strong adhesive. For this one, I used my Stampin' Seal Plus. You can use Tombow, you can use tear and tape, whatever you want. These just, the score line and then the cut edge just match up. This is just, you know, box assembly. This part's easy. And because we trimmed up those sides, they're not going to overlap on the inside. And so it just goes together nice and clean and simple. Okay, now we're going to assemble this one. So peel off all your backings. All right. There we go. Tear tape and ribbon are the things that they don't like to cooperate when they know there's a camera. All right, now I'm going to fold this up. Now, if you notice that this is longer, just trim that off. Nobody's ever going to see that. Just trim it off. There we go. Just like that. And this side too. So just trim those little corners. Okay. There we go. Now this side is sticky. This is going to go on the inside of your back. Make sure you don't glue it to your front. This one's the front. This one's the back. And just line up that score line with that cut edge and give it a good press inside, just like that. All right, so now your box will open and close just like that. So cute, right? So pretty. This DSP is really pretty too. I like this pattern a lot too. All right, now we can get to our stamping now that our box is made. Oh, let's put our treat inside. We need a little, let's see. My desk is not big enough. All right. All right, make sure that doesn't fall. All right, we need a little pumpkin treat. That goes right on the inside, just like that. And our lid goes right on. Perfect. All right, let's do some stamping. So for my stamps, I'm using the Love of Leaves. This was in last year's holiday catalog. So I'm using this dies, and the coordinating dies, the stamp and the coordinating dies. These are no longer bundled together, but you can buy them separately. They're in the annual catalog, and I love these. These are definitely worth having. All right, also we're using the Banner Year stamp set, and I just wanted this greeting. Happy fall, y'all. That's the greeting I wanted. And then, you know, we're using a ton of other dies. We're using the Hippo and Friends dies. You guys, I can't say enough good things about this dies. Even if you don't like the little unicorn or the hippo or the sheep, please get these for the label dies. You will use the labels over and over again. It's definitely worth it. We're using Layering Circles dies, and then we are also using the, what is this one called? The Beautiful Trees dies, and this is just for our little greeting piece. So if you don't have these dies, that's okay. You can just trim a little piece of the very vanilla for this. All right, so let's get this all put together. So let's do our stamping first. So I have a piece of Cajun Craze, and these are just scraps. Scrap of Cajun Craze, scrap of Old Olive, scrap of Cinnamon Cider. So let's do our leaf stamping. So on the Cajun Craze, I'm gonna use Cajun Craze ink and that big leaf. Now you can do your leaves in any color you want. If I knew I was doing this DSP, I might have thrown in a Misty Moonlight one, but that's okay. So the Cajun Craze, isn't that cute? Oh, I love this. And this is one of the distinctive stamps, so you're gonna get those natural light and darker shades. All right, so with our Old Olive, we're gonna stamp one of these little leaves. I don't know what any of these leaves are called. That little one looks like a, if you're a card player, looks like a spade. I don't know what the leaves are. I'm not a plant person. Plants don't like me. They die. And then on Cinnamon Cider, one of the these little leaves. I don't know what they're called. So, and this die set, when you stamp this one, make sure that you grab there's leaves that go different ways, but only one of those leaves will cut out that correct one. So make sure you grab the correct one when you're die cutting that. All right, and then for our final stamping, we have our little greeting. I've already die cut that. That was from the Beautiful Trees dies, and I just die cut that longest little banner piece. And let's see if we can line this up. Happy fall, y'all. Did I go too low on that? We'll see. Oh, perfect. Yay. And that was in Mary Merlot. I don't think I mentioned that. That one's in Mary Merlot. All right, that is all of our stamping. So we're going to set that aside. We've already die cut that. Now I already have these two die cut ready to go. So we have the cinnamon cider leaf and the old olive leaf. We're going to die cut this one though. So let's line this up. This one I do encourage taping down because you want to make sure all of that stitching, all of it's lined up perfectly. So get your outline all lined up, pop the stitching die back in. That's going to give you all that stitching detail on your leaves. And then just go ahead and hold that down with some Post-it tape or some washi tape, whatever you use to hold your dies in place. And grab your cut and emboss machine. We're using the mini one today. You can actually die cut all of these all at once with your big machine. So if you were making these, you could just do one pass of the Big Shot or the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, not the Big Shot. I don't sell that anymore. Okay, old habits. All right, put that away. We have our die here. So let's see, peel that up, get the tape off. Let's see. That doesn't want to come out. Here we go. Look at all of that stitching detail. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, love it. Cajun Craze is not one of my go-to colors either, so it's a big deal that I'm using Cajun Craze. All right, now the other dies that I've already die cut, these two, this cinnamon cider and then the Mary Merlot, these are from those Hippo and Friends dies that I showed you, and then I have a layering circle from Very Vanilla, from the layering circles dies. So we're going to assemble all of this together. So let me grab some adhesive. The circle will go on top of the little square label. And this is going to go on top of the cinnamon cider label, but of course we're using dimensionals. Because it's a 3D thing, we can really stack up the dimensionals. We don't have to worry about mailing. We don't have to worry about post office getting grumpy about our cards. So this will go on to make sure your sides are nice and straight and even. That goes on just like that. Now we're going to stick all of our leaves on. I'm going to use my Tombow glue for this. You can definitely use glue dots, whatever you want. I know I'm only putting glue kind of in the center, and that's just to keep all of those little leaves. You can curl them up if you want, do whatever you want. Our cinnamon cider leaf goes on next, just kind of like that. I'm just trying to line up the stems kind of together, and then our last leaf will go on just like that. So cute. All right, I'm just gonna grab some of my border of my dimensionals. That's gonna go right on the back of our greeting. That goes right over all of those little stems. So it kind of disguises them. All right. Now you have a bow. I should have done this in advance, but I have the crumb cake twine from the Essentials Baker's Twine pack, and I'm just gonna fold it in half and then do a double bow. So that one wasn't so painful. Let me grab my scissors to trim this. Trim up your ends. And then we're going to add a glue dot. Let me find glue dots. I never remember to get all the proper adhesives out. And glue dots I can't leave out because I think I've mentioned before, my cat will eat all this paper from it. I don't know why the cat goes for that, but she will. If they're out, she'll find them. So add your little crumb cake bow off to the side. Look at those fun fall colors. All right, put that away. This is going to go right onto our box, so add some more dimensionals on this. 4 more on the back of this. And this one goes right on the front of our box, just like this. Now, final finishing touch. Let me find them. I have the square gems. These are the in color gems. And I just love these. If you guys haven't got these yet, these are last year's in colors. Make sure you add these to your next order. They're just so fun. They're different. You know, most of our embellishments are round. These are nice and square. They're fun. Oh, I should use some of the Misty Moonlight ones. That would have been cute. Oh, I'm using the cinnamon cider ones. Just a little cluster of 3 on that bottom corner. And there you have it. cute little fall treat, pumpkin themed, of course. Pumpkin screams fall. That's what fall is pumpkin spice, right? All right, so that is the cute little treat box for today. All right, guys, if you need to order any supplies, please head to my online store. Use this host code. This is September's host code, so we're in the final few days of that host code as well. All orders will receive a PDF with 3 exclusive projects in them. If your order is over $50 or more, you're going to get a make and take kit to go with that PDF. And if your order is over $75 or more, it is my birthday month, so I'm sending you extra gifts with an order of over $75 more. If you are watching this on YouTube, please like and subscribe to my channel. And if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. And I hope to see you guys on Sunday, my VIP group. Just giving you one more shot of this cute little box. And all the details of this box will be on my blog tomorrow, so check that out. And I hope to see you guys next week right here, and then on Sunday, my VIP group. So have a great day. Bye.